What's up everyone, I'm VCI Gaming and welcome to another episode of Oxygen Not Included builds for the agricultural update. So what this machine here is meant to do is take in polluted water and clean water and produce oxygen and power for your base. Now this system is going to take advantage of natural gas and hydrogen in this power system here. Now one thing to note is that this system does require a natural gas geyser, and that's for semi-efficiency reasons. Let me show you the electrical grid real quick. It's a standard grid here for the power station, and then I just basically have some lines running to all the systems that need. One thing is that these fertilizer makers won't come on until the atmo switches say that this atmosphere actually is too low and that the pump needs it. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in a couple of duplicants here, and they're going to start up the main systems. It takes not too long, but it takes long enough where I will skip ahead until it is completely started up, and then I will be clicking on these switches here, which enables this enclosed system. See you in a second. Okay, so all of our batteries are almost pretty much full, so that means that it's time to turn on our other system. You don't have to use these switches, I just really like to use switches, so I kind of do. Note that these are actually turned off. They won't actually get used, but just in case, you never know, right? So before I get into this enclosed system, let me say one thing about this. Like I said, it does require a natural gas geyser, and I did let it fill up the room a little bit before I turned on the system, and this is because it makes the beginning stages and turning it on a lot faster. It doesn't have to be done. With the electrical grid, it's designed where a couple of these will be on right from the start when you use the duplicants to kind of jumpstart the whole system, and this will just take time, which is not really a good thing to make a video too long. So basically, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so now as far as this system, it's made up of 4 electrolyzers. Now each of these electrolyzers output 1,000 grams a second of gas, so each of these pumps can pump 500, so it requires 8 to get all of the gas out, or this will overpressurize eventually. So once this gas does get pumped out, it is coming to this gas system like a big radiator. Now this isn't necessary, but I did do it for a reason, and I'll come back to that later in the video. But basically these all come to a filter which filters out oxygen, and these oxygen outputs pretty much go to a void. Now if you were running this system in your base, you would bring this to your actual duplicants and let them breathe the oxygen. Not necessary in debug mode, but actually all my duplicants just died as I was talking, so maybe I should have given them some oxygen. Anyway, so then the hydrogen basically is the only thing left after these filters, and it comes to these 8 pipes. Now there are 8 pipes initially, and there are 4 hydrogen generators right here. So basically 8 divided by 2 is 4, so that means each of 2 pipes has to turn into 1 before it enters into the generators, which I've done here. Now I am working on this piece of piping right here. I think it could be done a lot better. It does work, but I'm sure there's a better way, so I will be probably pursuing that very soon, in the next video actually, probably. So basically, yep, this natural gas is pumping a lot. Now there's a reason I stopped at 8 generators, is because this pump handles like 8.3, so unless I want to scale this up immensely, kind of staying under the 1 pump maximum is a good idea. One thing to quick note off of the electrical grid is that these hydrogen generators, although they will work at 100% capacity for most of the time, I don't want to have any systems internally hooked up to these because of that reason. These systems all need to function all the way, because say these electrolyzers stop working, then everything is going to get messed up, right? It's going to snowball out of control. Okay, so I want to come back to this piping here now. So this system is an infant, I guess you could say. It has a lot of potential because the outputs are power and oxygen, 2 things that you need. It actually even yields you some fertilizer, which is also a necessity in your base. Now this radiator system here, I'm sure anybody watching this video has seen similar systems. This can be used in many ways, one of which is cooling. Now I'm kind of interested in maybe cooling this piping system down here. I'm not sure when to do that, or what to do it for, because there's just so many uses for it. I'm maybe thinking cooling off a body of water, perhaps even the clean water, to maybe use in some showers, and in turn those showers will give us more dirty water while not killing you to heat. There's probably also a way to maybe even net cool the water, which would be kind of cool, which I will be pursuing. As far as this video is concerned, I will cover this in another video. If you guys have any ideas for this, please let me know. That'd be pretty cool. I love to hear comments, and all the feedback has been awesome. So yeah, as far as this system is concerned, I guess the only thing left to do is kind of wait for this to reach full potential, and then I'll let it play out for a cycle so we can see just how much oxygen and how much power actually comes out of the system, so you guys kind of have some numbers to work with. One thing I will say about this exact setup is that the size is not too big. It might be able to be a little bit smaller, but it doesn't matter. The point is, this is a very practical thing for you to actually build inside your base. And you do need the gas geyser, but once you find one, it's like you can kind of build this, right? I will be, like I said, pursuing more ways to provide the inputs, which are at the moment polluted water and clean water. And yeah, so basically I'm gonna let this play out for a cycle or two, and then I'll come back to you guys. I will definitely fast forward this. Alright, so I've let it run through an entire cycle. As far as power, we have netted 2,305.8 kilojoules, which is a decent amount. With the oxygen, we've netted 1,923.3 kilograms, which is enough for 32.005 dupes. So if you happen to have a .005 dupe running around, don't worry, he definitely lives in this build. Alright, so that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this one. I will be adding on to this system. If you guys have any ideas on how to improve it, I'm all about that. I'm all about learning. I love building these things and learning from them, so please feel free to comment. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.